Hey guys, what's another podcast today with Gents and Josh. Say hello, lads.
Right. Hello.
We'll start off. We're going to do goal of the week. So Josh, go on.
Right then, my goal of the week is going to be Aubameyang's against Tottenham. I just feel like it was a good pass and play, set up really well. Smith Rowe heavily involved as he was all game. Dan, I said he was underrated. And you came back at that. And he proved you wrong on the weekend.
He did, yeah. Going to my goal of the week, of course. In my underrated section, Sean Longstaff, what goal, son. Gents, you got to admit it was a banger. Come on.
It was a banger. But Ben Foster should have saved it, not going to lie. But it's still top in. So
who's yours?
Mine. It's a bit controversial. I've gone for Courtney Al's bullet header. Oh, unbelievable goal. Last minute as well. Oh, Courtney Al's, what a player. What a player.
Compared to our goals, Josh, so I'm not going to be honest, but Gents, that's not the best one, but make sure you leave down in the comments, guys. Now then, on to last week's predictions. Josh, you had an absolute stormer.
I know. Slow start here for everyone. Gents taking the first point of the week.
I know.
Of course we won. Of course we won. See, there's no faith from you lot. Of course we're going to win against United.
Yeah, Gents did a great start. Leicester Burnley again. I was kind of a shock, really. Leicester aren't doing the greatest season, are they? Let's be honest.
Should have won it.
Me and Josh both got the West Ham score right. Gents, there should be a mark on there, but
I've been robbed off there. Where's my stick?
Me and Josh spot on with those. Brentford Liverpool. I felt like I always knew Brentford were going to give them the game, but I wasn't too sure the story.
Yeah, to be fair, I'll go with you there, Dan, because I didn't think it was going to be as much of a contest as it was.
Yeah. Then Everton Norwich. Again, you said last week, Josh, it was literally about who was going to get spot on between the three of us. There was pretty much a goal in it. But Josh, lucky again, getting all 3 points. Newcastle Watford.
3 points again.
That's
He's
so
on
lucky.
flames this week. He's on
Gents,
flames.
I swear it was you who was just laughing at that 1-1 when I said there's no chance Newcastle scored 3.
No shit. Newcastle should have scored so many other goals.
To be fair, Murphy should have scored. King had an offside goal. I was sat there saying, how is this game still 1-1?
Yeah. Arsenal Spurs. I know I had a big gamble on Arsenal Spurs being a draw, but fair enough to you two. You both got a point on that one. Great result for the Gunners.
Yeah.
Southampton Wolves. We all predicted Southampton win. I watched the whole game.
It was a tight game.
It was a very tight game. Maybe a draw was probably the right outcome, but Wolves with a bit of quality from Jimenez got the win. Palace Brighton Monday night game. It was actually a really tight game. Maybe Brian Reid didn't deserve to get anything out of it, in my opinion, but Malpo with a great finish at the end got on a point in the game. So well, lads. Josh, spot on with the Albion score. Love it. I was close, Gents. I knew you'd go 1-0 QPR, but that's what you do. That's what you do. Blues Preston. I knew that would be a Titan. I thought it would be a draw, and it was 0-0, of course. Gents, explain why you went 3-0
then. Preston on a little bit of form. Blues kind of dropping a little bit, and that's why I went 3-0 really.
Yeah. Okay then, lads. So, on to this week's predictions. Big week this is for me and Gents to bring it back, hopefully.
Hopefully.
So then, Man U Everton. Gents, why have you gone 2-0?
I think Everton are missing too many players, really. I think Richarlison's out, Calvert-Lewin's out, they got some others out. But I feel like, I know Man U have just like, they won last minute in Champions. Yeah, they won last minute in Champions League 2-1. No, I feel like it's just going to edge it really 2-0. Everton, they haven't really got that much spark without Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin. Like Damari Gray's there, but I think it should just be a box under 2-0 for Man United. Just get it done with, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I've gone for a Newcastle win in this one. I feel like, yes, they got the draw against Watford, but I felt like they probably should have won, in my opinion. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think they should have won. Over Watford again, I think they could have won as well. So that game was a tight one. I just feel Wolves, is it 2 wins and 2 now?
Nah, I think it's 2 wins and 3, something like that.
Yeah, it might be. But they're starting to find their feet a little. And I think they'll carry on. I think Newcastle, they're struggling at the minute to find defensive structure, balance with goals from St. Maximin and whoever. And I just feel like they might lose this one again.
Okay, on to the next one. Watford Leeds. I feel like at the moment Leeds on the best of forms, really, aren't they? They haven't looked as good as last season. Watford, one of those teams that if they put a good shift in, they can get a decent result at the game. Gents, you put 1-1. How do you feel about the game?
No, it's going to be a tight one, really. Like, they're both scrapping out at the bottom. Like, Watford got a little bit of form on them. Like, they got a little bit about them. But I think Leeds, like, especially the players that they got to be scoring at least a few. So I'll put 1-1 because it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be like the Watford-Newcastle game last week. Could go either way. Yeah.
Charles v Southampton. I feel like this could be, again, a bit like the Everton game last week where we've all gone for 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 wins to Chelsea, and it could, you never know, come down to 3 big points of someone. I mean, Southampton haven't really looked bad this season. I mean, like Adams and Armstrong haven't been the greatest up top. Of course, Josh, you said about Adam Armstrong looking the greatest. Do you think he's not doing the greatest at the moment anyway?
I think you got to give him time, but I just feel with Southampton, they're struggling to, score goals. They haven't scored over one in the game. They've not won a game yet. I just feel like they're struggling a little, and if they carry on struggling, they could find themselves into a really difficult position to get out of. So yeah,
gents, do you feel like Rom's losing it a little? Do you feel he's still got it?
No, of course he's still got it. He's gone out. Well, you can't really say he's gone out of form. Really. He's had a great start to the season. I feel like this could be a bounce back game for him though. But I put 1-0 because I feel like you saw Southampton against Man City. They kept a clean sheet. They got a bit about them at the back line. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be 1-0. Chelsea are going to have to work hard to get that goal.
Okay. Burnley Norwich, big game for both sides. I feel like if Burnley get maybe on a bit more form, then hopefully, I'm not going to say as Burnley fans, but in a way, are they pushing at the table, Josh?
They look good against, was it Leicester? They look good against them. Unlucky not to win it at the end. I think Sean Dyche, he always gets a tune out of the players. And with this one, I can see it being a stalemate. That's why I've gone 1-1. I think I could have easily gone 0-0. However, I would not be surprised if Burnley were to win this game. I don't think Norwich have much of a chance against anyone in this league.
Now, gents, what do you think is going wrong with Norwich at the moment?
I can't really put my finger on it, to be fair. Like, it's just a repeat of last year. Like, I don't know the reason why they went down last year. Like, they didn't have that great players, but they brought in the players. I just don't feel like they're really bonding that much, if you get what I mean. But, like, they haven't got the quality which, like, other teams have this season, to be fair, because loads of people have brought in players this season and they've all just risen to another level. And I'll put 3-0 because just look at Norwich's form at the moment. Like, they're going to get smashed, I feel. So, yeah. 3-0.
Jen, staying with you said to me that with Norwich's transfer window, it was a 10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like even though they brought the players in, they maybe weren't the right type of players they needed?
No, I think they were the right type of players. Could maybe got a centre back, but no, I think they feel everything which they needed.
No, I do agree with you. Brighton v Arsenal, 2-2. I've gone for that because I feel like Brighton and Arsenal is going to always be a big game after the Malpoy situation. Josh, so why have you gone 2-0? Of course.
I think we're in a good spell of form at the minute. We look really solid at the back, and I think Tomiyasu looks a brilliant player so far. Yeah. Ramsdale was in good form, and I think there's good vibes around the place at the minute. The feel-good factor is there, and I can only see it carrying on. I think Brighton didn't look the best against Palace the other night, and I feel like you can get at Brighton. Although they've had a good start, you can get them. I think we'll just edge this one.
Do you feel like with Arsenal you might be back to your best, though?
I think certainly on the weekend, you're not going to get a better performance than that probably from us all season. It's just whether we can be consistent and have a lot more of those. But we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, into the next one. So West Ham played yesterday in the Europa League. They beat Rapid Vienna 2-0, gents. I want your opinion before we carry on Declan Rice at the moment.
Why have you asked me this? He's unbelievable. He is. I'm not even going to say if he is or if he isn't. He is the best centre mid in football at this moment in time. He is on some insane form. You've got teams like United, City looking at him. He's just unbelievable. And he's like co-captain with Mark Noble. When Mark Noble leaves, he will be captain next year. But he's looking insane for West Ham. He's that drive for West Ham as well. I think he's that spark which you really need in that midfield. But he's just unbelievable, really.
Dan, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Will Declan Rice be there next season?
I would like to see him still at West Ham, but for me, I couldn't tell you. I feel like he kind of maybe needs to move on a little bit in his career. If West Ham don't get Europa again this season, maybe Champions League, because if you're going to be that best player, the best player, in your team in the world, for example, being one of the best players out there, you've got to move to a bigger club. I reckon for me, you could see Declan Rice in the Man City shirt and he put one of the best performances week in, week out. For me, I think at the moment he's class. But another question for you, Josh, is Brentford 1-0.
You can't knock it. Brentford have been in cracking form and they team full of energy, full of optimism. You see every press conference they say their aim is to win that Premier League. And I'm not saying they're going to do it. They probably definitely won't with the quality that the rest of the team possesses. However, it's good to aim high, and I like that from teams coming up. And they're fearless. They don't go into any game expecting to lose and give it their best. And I think here, West Ham coming off the back of a 30-night game, it might be a bit of tiredness coming into play. And I think Brentford could snatch this one.
Yeah. Jen, sticking with Brentford, I know it's a bit early to say this, but do you feel like if Brentford were to stay in the Premier League this season, do you feel like they would have to bring in a couple more additions to stay in the next season, or do you feel like they don't really need one at all?
I don't think they need much at all. They got that spirit, like Josh is saying. I don't know what's about them, but they got that togetherness. If you know what I mean. They've got something which Norwich hasn't. Everyone gets along there. They're all on the same vibe and everything. And I don't think they need that many players next season to stay. Look at them already. They're already 8th, 9th, I think. Yeah.
Do you feel like second season syndrome will come into play or not?
No, I honestly don't. I think Brentford will keep their form throughout. It's been looking amazing, but to be fair, one massive loss could knock all their confidence and they could just go shooting down. But I don't think that will happen, to be fair.
Okay, on to the next one. Villa Spurs, gents, come on. Every week.
Wait, you saw us last week. And we're probably going to play the same formation this week. And look at the form which Tottenham's in. Tottenham have gone but great start, and now they're just slowly going down. I don't know how you put 2-1. You got to at least consider Villa to win this game.
I feel like with Villa at the moment, yes, they're on form, but I do feel like with Nuno and Spurs, when they have that bit of quality like they did yesterday in the midweek game, I feel like if Kane's on form, Son's on form, they can really pose a threat. And if Nuno can get, the ring out of them playing week in, week out, getting the wins like it was at the start of the season, I feel like they could be back to their best. That is why I've put the 2-1. And of course, they're at home, Josh. But why do you think they're not performing at the moment?
Tottenham?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be fair, I just feel like the players out on the pitch don't really know what they're going out. The game plan is when they're out on that field. They look so lost against us. They had no midfield. Jamie Carragher said there's more space on the moon than was in midfield, and he's absolutely right because you got Daddy Ali on one end, at the far end, you've got Ndombele hanging up top or whatever. There's so much gaps. But just quickly onto Villa, I'm just struggling to see. They're playing this back five, but they've got all these quality wingers that just aren't getting in the side. And when are they going to get their chance? You got El Ghazi, Traore, Bailey, and they're all not getting in the team. I know Bailey's injured, but these players have been players that have probably been Villa's best in maybe the past season. Under this current formation, they're not getting a look in.
No. What do you think?
Either. He's having to come off the bench.
James, as you're a Villa fan, what do you think that?
I totally agree, but I know we're playing 5 at the back now and we're playing without any wingers, but they do come on. But I think you can't think about you have to play your best players because currently it's working with 5 at the back and it's working without having any wingers. And Ollie Watkins and Ings doing a great job at top, so I don't think it's necessary to play our best players if we're in some form and we're playing well. I don't think it's
gents, do you feel like having that depth on the wing, of course, as you're playing 5 at the back at the moment, having those wingers, you can always change formation and play with those wingers instead?
Yeah, you can. It's very diverse in that formation.
Yeah.
So you could change whenever you want.
Okay, so on to the next one. Palace Leicester, this would be a very interesting game. We've all gone for the same prediction for this one. That's never happened before, actually. With Leicester at the moment, again, I don't know what's happening. Didn't they lose yesterday to a team in Europa?
Yeah, I lost 1-0.
Yeah. I just feel like the Leicester, there's something not clicking at the moment, whether that's the team, it's Brendan Rodgers. What do you think it is, Josh?
I think none of the players they've really signed have hit the ground running yet. You've got Vestergaard, Bertrand, Daka, Soumare, even Lookman. It's not really got going. I think, a lot of the players are getting on a bit. Madison's not finding that form, really. And some of the players need to pull their sleeves up, I think, a bit like the players who've been here before. And Fafana's a big loss to them as well. I think it's a combination of things. And I don't know, I think they look a bit lost of a lack of hope because they've been getting in the Champions League and been in the Champions League spots all season, 2 seasons running now. They've just missed out and they feel like this season, they're probably just going into it going, what do we have to do to make that Champions League?
Yeah. Gents, on to Palace. What's gone right for them this season?
You're going to totally agree with me. It's the addition of Conor Gallagher, in my opinion. He has done so much to that team, and he is honestly, I'm going to say, he is one of the best midfielders, including Declan Rice in the Premier League at the moment. He has been looking insane in that midfield, and he's the drive for that team. Just him, he just works and works and works and works and works. Just goes to the ball, and he creates goals as well and gets assists. And honestly, he's like, how old is he? He's like 23, 21-ish, somewhere around there. And he's honestly doing great for his age. He could be a player in the future as well. But I think that's the drive which Palace have in them, to be fair.
Okay. Big game as well, Liverpool, Man City. I feel this one here is a big game for both teams. I feel like these 2 teams here will both be going for the league. I feel like Man City showed their quality against Chelsea. Of course, they haven't got the out-and-out goal scorer, but they proved that everyone on the pitch can put an effort in and actually win the game. You know what I mean? Gents, what do you think Liverpool win, though?
I think you're going to be blown by this. I think they got a little bit more quality at top, to be fair. I think they got those goal scorers, which Man City don't have. Got Salah, scores in and out every single game. They got Mane, they got Jota, they got Firmino on the bench if he doesn't start. But I think they've got that edge. We can score a goal against them. That's why I put 1-0 because it's going to be such a tight game. If you look at their backline, none of their backline is going to look to putting a goal in the back of their net, are they? So I feel like Liverpool may just edge it and Salah probably getting a goal. That's why I put 1-0.
Okay. Now the Championship and going their layer, the Bet365 Stadium. Big game for both sides. Albion are undefeated this season. Hopefully that can continue. Make sure you check out the vlog from the other day and this one as well. I feel like Big Val's got maybe a tune up the players. We beat Cardiff 4-0, of course. We were very clinical in that game. Josh, what do you think is going right for the Albion at the moment?
I think they're listening to the manager. They're playing for each other, which is a big thing. We just talked about who was at Tottenham. They don't seem like they're playing for each other. They don't seem like they know what the manager wants of them. I think West Ham's complete opposite. I just feel like, I think they're unbeaten still, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I think, they're just good vibes, really. And I think they'll go and definitely at least draw this one. I can't see them losing. I think
Stoke are a good side, though.
Yeah, I was close to going for a draw. But I just feel West Brom, with the form, the brilliant result in the week, I think they'll just carry on from that. Yeah,
so the vlog coming out tomorrow, guys, so make sure to check out for that one. And last of all, Blues Forest. Big game for both teams. Since Human's gone, it's been a change of things, isn't it, for Forest, hasn't it?
Yeah, actually, I think that I wouldn't say they're starting to pick it up. They are a little bit, but they are still down in there. But Blues, they're on some rapid loss form, but they've lost a couple. But they started off so well, and now they're just skyrocketing down. And I think that form's just going to carry on. I think Forest need a bounce back game, really. They've won a couple in the past few games. But I think they might just edge it. It'll be a very tight game, to be fair. They've both got quality on the side.
Yeah, Josh, what's going wrong with Blues at the moment? I mean, you're going to turn the win, but what's going wrong?
To be fair, it's a tough one. Because they look good. And I have said this with Blues a lot. They're so inconsistent that 1 week they'll go and beat Luton 5-0. The next they lose to Peterborough 3-0. It's just Blues for the last 5-6 years in the Championship. They've just been so inconsistent and they just keep dropping down that table. I thought this season, I was optimistic. I thought we may see a change.
Yeah.
But it seems to be the same old problems. They just can't get any consistency in their play.
Yeah, so that's this week's predictions, guys. Before we go, I've got a question for you two. So, as you saw, Ronaldo scored last-minute winner for Man United in midweek. Will he continue that form throughout the whole season and won? Gents?
I think he will.
Yeah, definitely. It's Ronaldo, that's what you expect from him, really. And he's the driver for Man United at the moment. You saw him after they let in the first goal. He was literally trying to pick up the people in the game, and him just scoring the winner as well. It just shows how much quality he has and how much effect he has on the Man United team. And he surely has to carry on that form, especially in the Premier League. He just has to, really.
Yeah, and last of all, to finish off. Josh, what are your opinions on Jude Bellingham not getting into the England squad?
Was it just not getting in, or was it due to any little injury or anything?
I don't know. I think just again.
He said he was playing Europa League and Bundesliga football, so he thought give him in the rest, but who knows?
I honestly think, forget Bellingham. I think Smith Rowe is knocking on that door. I really do. Mason Mount, Sancho, they've not done anything near enough to get into that squad. The credit in the bank from a year ago or whatever is getting them in this squad, because on current form, Smith Rowe is miles ahead of those two.
Okay. Tomori as well, getting in the squad. Gents, do you think you deserve that?
I haven't really seen much of AC Milan. I think they've had a good start to the season, from what I've been hearing. But honestly, I think he should get a chance in that squad. I think Conte should be in there, but that's my opinion. But I think he deserves that spot, really. And I don't know whether he will start. Even it means he won't really start that much. But it's good on him for getting in the England squad. Good experience for him.
Okay, thanks for watching this week's podcast, guys. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Who do you think should be in the squad? Even predictions?
Check out all the social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, obviously.
Make sure you watch out for that vlog as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Say bye, lads.
See ya.